I heard that there was another fight for the troops come out. I was hoping that one of our guys would get on it, and I got the call for Charlie, and we're very excited to be part of that event.
A huge thing, I was a Spanish teacher. I was a high school Spanish teacher for 3 years, and while I loved that job and it was great, and I was in my hometown, I just had an inner thing to kind of find ultimate happiness. And you sit around and you hear people talk about, well, I'm not happy. I woke up for 2-3 years thinking, I wish I could do something else. I wish I could do something else. So I made the decision to do it.
Looking back on it, it's funny. He came here to train a little bit. I think he came with Frankie Edgar and Chris Ligori. And I think that was the introduction. And then he was training back and forth at a bunch of gyms. And we really liked the symmetry together. Then I became Charlie's manager as well as his trainer. And then he came here full time to AMA Fight Club, and it's been great ever since.
I come from a pretty traditional family, and my mom point blank told me, if you're going to quit your job, you're getting a master's degree. So I said, all right, I'll find a way to do that. I got a wrestling graduate assistantship and got my master's while fighting, and now I'm able to just fight. I started out in West Orange, New Jersey before I really knew anything about anything, and I got a couple wins, got into the Ring Combat Tournament, which was huge early on for my career, both financially and professionally, to get some recognition. From there, once it got sanctioned in PA, I kind of went back home. I'm from Pennsylvania, and I was able to fight probably 4 fights in my hometown or very near my hometown. So that was very cool. And then, Mike got the call, and I remember vividly driving on Route 80 home from training, and he told me I had gotten signed. So it's pretty cool. It was a long journey. Nickname comes from way back in the day. We had a Spanish exchange student stay with us for a year, and that kind of planted the Spanish seed in my mind and my brain. And then I pursued it all the way up through high school, through college. I traveled abroad a lot, and the actual nickname comes from while I was wrestling. After wrestling, I had really long hair, so my coach started calling me Antonio Banderas, and that's not really tough sounding, so that kind of transferred over into Spaniard.
Time! Take a minute! Amilcar Alves, a very tough guy, very good striker, good jiu-jitsu. He's a very long and big and strong fighter. Great record, great overall skill. We watched the tape on him. But then again, Charlie, he's a world-class athlete himself. He's been competing since a young age. He puts his heart and soul into what he does, and he's a true professional. And that's going to come out tonight in the fight.
I saw him fight Pierce's last fight. I've seen some of his Muay Thai fights online on YouTube and everything. It's a great matchup for both of us. We're realistic. Neither of us are in title shot contention. We're both trying to establish ourselves in the UFC. It's a great matchup. I like the style matchup. I saw systematically what Pierce did to him. So there's my blueprint as to what I need to do with them. And it comes down to every fight, who's going to do what they need to do.
Charlie's looks great. His footwork, his hands. He's a great all-around MMA fighter. So I'm excited. I like watching him fight. I want the best for him. Coming from a wrestling background, I think he has the same struggles that I do. Always with the hands, keeping the hands up and stuff like that. But his footwork's come along. He's very fast, very athletic, and basically dangerous in any position.
He comes into Renzo Gracie's main academy with me in the city and trains with some of the black belts there. And man, he gives guys hell. He goes in there, some really, really high level black belts. He goes in and he can hang with them or beat them, and some even real good guys he can submit them.
He added a couple different elements to his training. We added a new boxing coach he's been working with, some new jiu-jitsu guys, as well as continuing to work here at AMA Fight Club with his teammates. So he looks great.
You can expect a Spaniard 2.0 edition.
You can expect fireworks. Charlie's he pushes the pace. He's one of the best athletes in here, I think.
The victory. I think he'll do it.
I think he's going to put a lot of pressure on, beat him up from on top, and then if he can find a submission, he's going to take it, and when he takes it, he's going to finish it.
So, along with my strength and conditioning, a bigger, badder, tougher, faster Charlie the Spaniard Brenneman.
Time!